This is a stainless steel spoon that is actually bigger than my face. This is a giant stainless steel spoon. It has many scratches on it because it oftentimes gets scratched when you're cooking. It was made in India, and I'm sure it was not a cheap spoon by any means. This is a good spoon for scooping things that need spoons. A item that would not require a fork but would require a spoon, such as soup or applesauce. Maybe you want some applesauce and you just really need like a lot of it at one time. Then you would grab your giant stainless steel spoon. Okay. Okay, the next thing that we have is this magazine of San Diego properties and lifestyles. So, what I see here is some cursive-ish writing that says San Diego on it, and then a pretty straightforward font that says Premiere on it, and then it says properties and lifestyles. It says that this was issued in November 2017, and this is their 134th volume. So, yeah. And I know right off the bat that this is La Jolla. But it also says it down here, in case you have no idea. Classic La Jolla estate. And if you don't know anything about La Jolla, there are many houses with these iconic red roofs. Not sure that it's known for having red roofs, but there are a lot of buildings with that. It says Premier Design and Decor. Shop for premier style, exotic escape, design inspiration, a beckoning hearth. Premier, a luxury home owner's guide. www.seewhatsoldyesterday.com. I'm still sick. Bear with me. Anyways, geez, look at this big tree. This is a huge tree. This is one whole freaking tree in this poor person's yard. Look at the back of this magazine. So this is the front, this is the back now. And there is a house here, and it says gorgeous, fully renovated Cape Cod style at the beach. That's what they describe this house as, which I agree. I would say this is Cape Cod, but it's not like super anything. It's kind of just, I don't know. I like the house, but I wouldn't say it's like super Cape Cod. Anyways, it's $8,450,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it looks like they have some security cameras, which good for them. Gotta stay safe. is wear and tear as well. If you can see here on the heel, if this was a real life cowboy's boot, I would say it would have a 1 or 2 inch heel, which is pretty high. It is triangular at the end of the boot instead of square tipped, and it has this latch in the front. And honestly, I think this is quite interesting, but this part, which I'm not sure what to call it specifically, maybe like, I don't know, the ankle part, this part, is a lighter color, and then after this strap, it is darker, which is kind of interesting. And this part is also the same color as the darker part. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. There's also some detailing in the boot. I'm not entirely sure, maybe it's flowers and leaves, but it is obviously carved into the boot before it was painted, because there's no paint in it. You can just kind of see the indentation of the flowers and the leaves, which I think is pretty cool and adds an even more in-depth boot figurine. And there's nothing inside of the boot, but it does look like it's accumulated some dust because it's just open. So that's a little bit interesting, but I feel like if you wanted to, you could put a pot in it and a little tiny flower or some sort of plant that could grow inside this boot. There's also some red in the boot, which I'm sure you can't see with your blind little eye, but there's some red on the foot area of the boot. Right here. Little red details. And I just think it's cool to see all the details, all the little details that go into this boot. There's even like purposeful wear and tear that they created in the boot to maybe show a real working cowboy. Kind of cool. So, yeah. This top part, like I said, is more light than the darker part here and here. And this I would honestly call a light brown. But also there's some beige, goldish details as well for some highlighting, which is pretty cool. And this has, like I said, the red detailing and the brown, more darker brown detailing here. On the bottom, it's more of literally the darkest shade of brown, or it might even be black. And there's a little bit of turquoise and a little bit of blue. There's some buckles which are painted gold here, infused with some sort of serum, supposedly.